Pain Putters. We have Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 23, Act 23, Covert Maneuvers, Wiseman. And off the name of this episode, I knew it was gonna be crazy, but I didn't know it was gonna be this crazy. We start the episode off with Miss Chibiusa, not so chibi anymore, taking Mamo's hand and whisking him away to who knows where. We don't see the full embodiment of her yet. Not yet, but we do later. We just see her in a specter type form. Usagi want to chase after her man, of course. Sailor Pluto advises against it, but the Guardians also back her up like, yo, we'll help you. Let's figure it out together. You're Sailor Moon, we're the Sailor Guardians. You cannot go without us. So they go on a little excursion inside the space-time dimension, but unfortunately, the storm is getting too crazy, and Sailor Pluto, I like her. She has a brain. She's like, it's getting a little too dangerous. We gotta turn back now, because we can end up anywhere. The thing about the space-time dimension that's crazy is like, you can literally end up anywhere. You can end up 20,000 years in the future. You can end up 5 years in the past. Maybe you can end up like 3 minutes ago, right? Upon hearing this news, Sailor Moon Usagi, she just faints. She passes out. I think it has to do with the heartbreak, really just missing her man. Like, she can't take it anymore, and she ends up fainting. And as she faints, we transition to Demande and Sapphire, who are on the ground. Pretty nice transition, by the way. We go from Usagi fainting, knocked out, to two people who were knocked out getting up. Demande and Sapphire, for some reason, I feel like they're acting different here, as opposed to the other episodes we've seen them in, where they're just straight evil. Maybe it's because they're in some day-to-day life moments. Maybe it's because they're brothers, they're together, they don't have to be evil with each other. But I'm picking up a different type of energy from them. So this is when we see the Wiseman updated Chibi Usa. She's not Chibi anymore. And her design is really fire, I must admit. She just looks devious, yet dope. She tells Demande and Sapphire, look, the surface is crazy because of the reactor explosion that happened, so I brought you guys down here. But pull up with me because we gotta go see Wiseman. They're like, who are you? But she's just like, yo, come with me. And she takes them to a time-space dimension that's all pink and looking crazy. It's like a twisted space created by negative energy. It's actually on the edge of space-time. So that might have been where Chibiusa initially ended up wandering. When she got lost and left her key, she might have ended up on the edge of space-time, which is Wiseman's domain. He even has a castle there. Demande's like, yo, what is this place? And that really has me thinking like, Demande, I thought you and Wiseman were like this. You're really just a puppet. How do you not know about his castle? I thought you were the prince of the Black Moon. Come on. So when we land in this space where Wiseman is, Wiseman's like, yo, have you met my dear rabbit? And Demande puts 2 and 2 together. And he's like, yo, what the hell? Did you change sides? I don't trust you. And he also says something that's pretty interesting to me. He says there's something different about Wiseman. They ask about Rubius, and when they learn that Rubius got boomed by Wiseman, Demande's like, yo, Wiseman, who are you? Show me your true form. This is literally busting my head. Cause like, bro, you've been listening to this guy, enacting his plans, and you don't even know who he is. All of a sudden, you want to see his true form? What about before? When he was talking to you in your ear, and you're being his puppet. And speaking of puppet, Demande and Sapphire, they become super duper puppets when Wiseman literally puts a spell on them to enforce his will to the highest power. You see it in their eyes. They literally become blank slates. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna act according to Wiseman's will. They get some new malefic black crystal earrings to power them up, even though they were already strong. We saw Demande literally paralyze Usagi before, so how strong is he about to be now? They get those new earrings. Wiseman's like, let's go. Rabbit, I need you because you gave me one of the legendary silver crystals, but it's not working right now. So you know what you have to do? Go to the Crystal Palace, Crystal Castle, infiltrate it, and get me the other legendary silver crystal that the current day or the past Sailor Moon has. So Chibiusa, not Chibi, she's all for it because I already have what I want. I will do anything Wiseman wants because I'm happy with what I got. And this is what I got. Mamoru comes out. We can tell that he's brainwashed. He has no spark in his eyes. He's just glazed over. And boy, oh boy, somebody really loved their daddy. That's the best way I could put it. the screen right now. I'm tripping. I was tripping when I saw it. If you want to see my reaction, you better tap into the reaction. If you ain't watched the reaction yet, if you watched the reaction, listen, this is what I gotta say. There's something called Oedipus complex, right? Or I saw Electra complex. And these two complexes have to do with when a daughter has a love for their father outside of like a regular family relationship dynamic. And that might be what's going on with Chibi in terms of being in love with her father. Or is it a little different because she's with the Mamoru of the past? So does she view him as different? Like, oh, this isn't really my dad. This is someone that is the spitting image of my dad. And I love him. I'm in love with him. I don't know. This is really crazy. The show is nuts. It really be crossing the line. Like, we had season 1, Mamoru kissed Sailor Moon for the first time when she was asleep until he got scared off by Luna. Now in season 2, we got Chibi kissing on her pops, her future pops. It's not really her pops because he ain't have her yet, so it's her future pops. It's just crazy. But that is the highlight of this episode. Because after this, things kind of slow down a little bit. We got a nice, wholesome scene with Usagi back in the present with her fellow guardians. Luna, Artemis, they're all there. They are ready to just reconvene, get themselves together, and find Mamoru. Sailor Moon's feeling sad because she really misses Mamoru, and she even misses Chibi. Then in the future, we have future King Endymion. He's looking at Neo Queen Serenity like, yo, you used your power to save Sailor Moon. Why don't you wake up? And we got Little Cat Diana saying, listen, she'll probably wake up. She's not dead or anything. The fact she even did that means that she's saving her power for when the situation gets dire. The Sailor crew, they get a message from Pluto insinuating that something's going on in the future. Pluto also sent a space-time key so they can get there. I like that, covering a potential plot hole. And when we get to the future, Chibi not Chibi, she's enacted her plan of launching another malefic black crystal into the earth. She infiltrates the Crystal Palace and confronts her father, telling him, look, I've awakened my powers. Thanks to the help of Wiseman. She tries to take the legendary silver crystal, but she's removed from the palace. Her rights have been taken away. I don't even know if she's a part of the Millennium family anymore. Outside of the palace, she presents herself to the Sailor Guardians and Usagi, no longer going by Small Lady, Chibi. She has now been reborn as the Queen of Nemesis, the Queen of Darkness, Black Lady. And she calls Wiseman over, and the episode just ends abruptly. I'm so hyped to go into the next episode. This is peak. This is peak right now. Sailor Moon Crystal Season 2. I don't know where we going next. What's gonna happen next episode? Is Wiseman gonna be revealed? Is Damane and Sapphire, are they gonna pull up to the battlefield? Is it gonna be a big ass battle royale? Are Damane and Sapphire gonna break Wiseman's mind control? I don't know. It looked pretty powerful. What is a Black Lady about to do? Is she about to go toe-to-toe with her future mother, Sailor Moon, Usagi? Is she gonna be able to transform with the power of the malefic black crystal? Oh my god! Listen, Pain Putters, this episode, I am putting in S tier. The stakes are raised. The stakes are high. This feels like the climax of season 2, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys got to think about this episode. Let me know in the comments. Hit that like if you made it this far. Hit that sub if you new. Pain Putters. Catch you next episode.